Hi everybody, we're really excited to have our parent meeting. I know this is a little bit different having it by video, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. And my advice as I work through the information about Peter Pan Jr. Is go ahead and listen to me at 1.5 speed, because I do lots of ums. So hopefully that's helpful, especially with a YouTube video. And then you can also share the video with anyone that is interested in Peter Pan over this weekend. And then hopefully that'll give them enough time to be able to get their audition materials in. So my name is Kristen Perry and I'm the director. If you don't know that, then you must be a new student and we're so excited to have you. But we do need you to make sure to watch the new student video that's linked just in a couple posts below. It is really, really important, and it is a general guide to all of our productions and is vital to the success of your child in this production. So again, watch that video again and do it at 1.5 speed as well while you're in the car. That'd be great. Okay, so I just wanted to say welcome. We're really excited about Peter Pan. This production is obviously the Mary Martin version of, I say Mary Martin only because she played it for many years on Broadway and did such a beautiful job. So it's the Peter Pan story, of course, and a lot of music that you will recognize, but is not the Disney version of this show. So, but let me talk to you about our production team. I just wanted to introduce them. I have my computer over here outside the shot of the camera. So let me just have a quick look over here. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew who was on our production team. I'm going to be directing, so I'm thrilled with that. And then our choreographer, her name's Cassidy Wixon, and she has been in several shows. She was in Bright Star with me, and then she was in 9 to 5, and she's very, very talented actor, and was a student up at Weber in theater and finished directing her own show there. And so she's super talented and we really love her, and she loves children, and we're really excited. So Cassidy is going to be the one who is going to be taking you through the dance auditions on Saturday from 2 to 4 here at the Ziegfeld Arts Academy. We'll talk about that in a second because we'll talk about that in a second. Our music director, her name is Marie Howell, and she is really wonderful, and I'm very excited for her. Some of you may have met her in Descendants. She came to rehearsal a lot with Dylan. Again, fantastic girl, has done a lot of directing and choreography and everything herself, and also a student who just graduated in December. So we're thrilled to have those two brand new teachers in our program. We have kind of a fun announcement. I think it'll be fun for you. It was fun for our family, but it's basically, she's chosen the best of two very good things. Keely Perry is going to be staying. She was thinking about an LDS mission and has decided to stay. And she's just has such momentum right now that she decided to stay and do the best of two really great things. So she's going to stay here at the Zig, and we're excited for that. You may have already heard this. And she is going to be our stage manager for this production. So she'll still be in the room, and it'll be a lot of fun. So hopefully you're excited about that. Let's see. Our head costumer for this show is going to be Stephanie Collier. And for those of you who don't know her, she's if you saw Little Mermaid or any of our other productions, Descendants, she just did a fantastic job on all those costumes. So she's wonderful and great to work with and loves your kids. So we're so excited for her. Backstage is going to be Neve Perry. I'm thrilled because she's also my daughter and did such a good job in Descendants that she was asking to come back. So hopefully that'll be really fun for everyone, and I just wanted to let you know that. Okay, so for right now, that's our production team that you just need to know. I will be sending out I'll be sending out the link to a Google document that has all the production people, so that you will know who to contact for what. So just as a quick reminder, if your child again, this is covered in our new student, but if your child needs to talk to the choreographer, you can actually contact her directly. You don't need to come through the director to be able to talk to any of those directors. That's a good reminder for all of us. Especially, you need to use the stage manager. The stage manager is who you talk to about being late or being sick or having any conflict that you didn't know beforehand. So make sure to use the stage manager. Don't contact me. You don't need to, because well, actually this one lives with me, so there you go. Okay, it'll get to me, I promise. All right. Dylan Panter is going to be around. He's actually my production manager for the whole program, and so he's definitely going to be around as well. So we love Dylan. Okay, so let's talk about this particular show and auditions. This show, what's great about this show is that I know that everybody's really like, can Hook be a girl, or is Peter Pan a boy, or whatever. So there's a lot of rules that are just kind of people, and we'll see where everything lands. Okay. There are some rules that are gender specific, but some that are just not. So we're going to see about that, and we'll see what's in front of us. Definitely we're open to having a boy or girl Hook, and also a boy or girl Peter Pan. If you're unaware of why was a girl playing Peter Pan, hopefully you figured it out, but a girl was playing Peter Pan in all of the Broadway, everything has traditionally been played as a girl. Because all of the songs are written in that key. It was written and designed to sound like an unchanged male voice. And the only way you get that once you get to a certain age is having a girl play that. So basically we don't have that issue here because everybody's under 12, and so our boys have unchanged voices and our girls do too, so they kind of all sing together. So we're just gonna see how this works out and see how we do that traditionally. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know. Okay, so for auditions, here's what's gonna happen. We have moved to a video audition, right? A video vocal audition. But it's actually two parts. So there'll be a vocal audition and there'll be a monologue, okay? The monologues will, all of this information will be sent to everyone who is enrolled. I will send out this email probably tonight or tomorrow with the enrollment materials. But today, right after this meeting, I will post the Google folder that has the audition materials in it, so that you can get working on it. Because my email will have that information, but it'll also have the ways to submit it. So I'm going to post this audition material right away, so that if you're super excited after you watch this video, you can just start looking and it's great. Okay. So you'll have an audition folder that is a Google Drive folder. For those of you who don't know Google Drive at all, basically it's a link that just opens up. You don't have to be a Google customer, so just letting you know. There will be, in this Drive folder, there'll be a document that has monologues in it. Let me go over that really first. Okay, you can choose one or two of these monologues. Okay, on the thing it says prepare one. But if you would really like to do two, like if you would like to do a Peter and a Hook, go ahead and do that. I'll change that to one or two on the Drive. I just didn't realize that's what was in my document. Okay, so the first one is Peter, and bear in mind that each one of these monologues kind of are, well, this first one that Peter says, "Yes, Wendy, I know fairies," doesn't have a lot of like back and forth with anyone. So remember, do a little bit of research, right? This show is a classic musical, meaning, and the reason why I say classic is because not only is it old and it's been, going for a long time, but also some of the language and things like that are just a little bit different, but they're beautifully nostalgically different. And so the language is just kind of just a little different than the way we speak today. And so I want you to bear that in mind, go online and look at how they speak and be a little bit more of a mimic that way. So anyway, yes. So the monologues, be really excited and tell a story. So in this first Peter's monologue, he's telling about how the first baby laughed and it broke into a million pieces and then they went skipping about. Okay, so you get to tell a story. Remember that when we do our kids shows, sometimes when I do our kids shows, I'm like, hey, remember to tell the kindergartner in the room this story. Don't just talk to the adults. You have to make sure that the young people in the room really understand and are very engaged. So basically use all of your storytelling techniques during these monologues. So they're going to be a lot of fun. I don't need you to dress up. I don't need you to do anything. I just want you to look at the camera. You do not need to memorize. You can even have the monologue like off the camera over here, right? And be looking at it. I'm fine. If you're looking off at the words, fine. It's not a problem. Just show me all the fun acting that you can do and it'll be great. If you have to look down at a piece of paper, that's fine. Just look down, but then look back up and talk to us. So make sure that it's really well rehearsed, okay? Show me what you're capable of preparing at home. And again, does not need to be memorized. If you memorize really easily, then do it. But it doesn't need to be, okay? The second Peter monologue is actually kind of a conversation with Tink, okay? So I need you to leave a beat, meaning just to like a in between the times that he asks the question, Peter asks the question of Tink, kind of waiting for a little bit of a response there, and then continue on. Like, I'll give you an example. It says, he says, who's there? Is anyone there? And then you wait a second because he says, what? The brave girls have defeated. So do you see what I mean? It's like just this little, just wait for him to hear something from Tink, just a little beat, and then continue on. Okay. And make sure to show that you understood what she said. So if he says, is anyone there? What? The brave girls have, okay. So change and react to what Tink said. Okay. So that is a really important thing if you choose that monologue. Okay. Also, Tink drinks the poison in that one. So you got to get really super sad at the end, right? And then you talk to the audience, which is fun, and ask them to clap their hands. So that's a lot. For those of you who are really interested in having a really good monologue that shows a lot of your acting, a lot of different things, that's a lot in a little space. So that's a really great one, even for other auditions. So save it. Okay, there's the Wendy monologue, and it'll be performed. It also is performed as if Wendy is having a conversation with Peter. So make sure to leave a beat for the answers or the questions that Peter asks her that should be self-explanatory. So go over, if you have a younger child, go over this with them and kind of see where it is that Peter speaks, because it is not like a regular script where Wendy is saying something, then Peter says something, okay? Wendy is going to have to pretend to hear Peter say something, okay? Wendy needs to speak in a British accent. So does John, and so does Michael. And so I would like the Wendys to attempt a British accent. If you need any help with that, there are a lot of really great British accent videos, and I just want you to try it. If you're cast as Wendy, Michael, or John, we will have a lot of coaching with accents, but just try it, okay? So go ahead and try the British accent. Moving on to Hook. Hook can be, this monologue can be done by a male or female, and it starts in like I put here a raspy whisper, and pretend like Hook is speaking with Smee. or the moon or something. Like he's having this monologue where he's just talking, out loud. But he needs to speak in a hook voice, which does include some pirate voice, right? So, and then this monologue builds to where he's like, I gotta kill them. And okay, so make sure it builds. It goes from the quiet and builds upwards, okay? So yeah, he is speaking to Smee. Okay, so it's those 2 Peter monologues, a Wendy monologue, and a hook monologue. Do at least one. But if you'd like to do a Peter one or a Wendy one and then change completely and do hook, that'd be great. Maybe don't do both Peters. Because I've kind of seen the same, right? So yeah, do contrasting ones, if that makes sense. If you have any questions about that, comment in the comments below, and I'll answer that. Okay. All right. So that's the monologues, and then you'll just need to upload them as a video. A note about the video: we are going to give you an audition form that uploads videos, and the video can't be too enormous. So don't record this in HD. Right? So basically each video has a limit of 250 gigs. So, 250. So, and most of these will be about 100 or so. If you just record them at like 720, that'd be good. Also, if the video is too large, you go ahead and there are some online options of just, it compresses your video and just makes it smaller. And so try that. But I need it uploaded into this particular form. As I said, we are currently, with the minis, we're currently auditioning and accepting forms and things from 5 different shows. We just got at least one of them over with, so that was great. But we have to keep track of everything, and I've got different production teams who are handling different things. So make sure to put that in there. I know it might be easier to upload it to Google Photos or whatever, but we really need it through this form. So see what you can do. Like I said, record it at a lower resolution, and then you should be good. Okay. Let me go back. Okay, so the other thing that's in the audition form, the audition folder that you'll receive and will be posted here in the Facebook page, are the audition tracks. So they're the music that you'll need to sing. Okay, you can sing 1 or you can sing 2. Okay, and there are 4 options. We'd like everybody to sing Neverland. Okay, we'd like everybody to sing Neverland. So if you'd like to learn Neverland and then have no other song, great. But we'd love to hear everyone sing Neverland. And then you have your choice of I'm Flying, Hook's Waltz, or Distant Melody. Okay? Neverland is a beautiful ballad. I love that song. You should look up, Kenny Loggins does a Neverland that's really pretty, actually. So that was on one of those lullaby CDs for my kids. So it's a lot of fun. I love that song. And Hook's Waltz needs to be, there's like the pirates call out during it, and you can say what the pirates say or just skip that. So I'm fine. I just basically want you to sing the Hook's Waltz as a solo, right? Pretend that other pirates aren't there. So sing all the words that you hear. And then Distant Melody, same thing. Make sure it's a solo. It's kind of one of our slower songs. We're going to speed it up a little because it's a little slow, but that's a really pretty duet with Wendy and Peter. And then I'm Flying is again one of those ones that has like I'm flying, and then we've got an echo, flying, flying. You don't need to do the echo, just do the part that they all sing together. Okay. Again, treat it like a solo. And if you have any questions, again, comment down below and just say, do we need to do this word or that word or whatever. I'm also going to post the script in this Facebook page. So it'll be the digital script. You will definitely get a copy of the script like on day 1, right? But I'm going to give you the script so that you can look up the lyrics and have that like in front of you, and you can have that for when you're singing the song. Okay, I'm not going to produce a lyric sheet. I'm just going to post the script. So look in the script, see where it is. It also has notes. So if you play the piano and need to plunk anything out, it's there. Okay. All right. So those are the 4 possible ones. So we want everyone to do Neverland. So if you're just going to do 1, then you're going to sing Neverland. If you're going to do 2, then you do Neverland and another one. Okay? Clear? So we hope to get everybody Neverland. All right. And I'll talk to you about the audition form where you upload your videos in just a sec. All right. So that is auditions. And then after that, oh, by the way, so these video auditions will be due on Monday. So basically just treat it as, you know, you've prepped for like our in-person ones, and then have them in on Monday. Try really hard to get them in before then. My advice to everyone with COVID going around so much is to do them sooner rather than later. Today's Wednesday, and if your child is feeling great and whatever, get the videos done and recorded, because you know, just Omicron's everywhere. So make sure to do that so that you have a good recording, just in case something happens, and so that you have it to upload. Yeah, so try to do that sooner rather than later. When we get them all in, then we can produce a callback list, and then callbacks will happen on, sorry, I'm looking at my dates just really fast. Callbacks are the 26th. And they're from 4:30 to 9. I don't think we're going to need that much time, but we always just block it out to the end. I think we did for Little Mermaid, though. We went a little bit late. We just want to make sure that we've seen everything that we need to see in order to come up with a really good cast list. Okay. We have some really fun, exciting things about this show that's going to be really cool, just as a note in casting. Okay. This show might have depending on enrollment, it might have a dance chorus that performs in all 8 shows. And the dance chorus will double as the Brave Girls, especially. So we're really excited about that. The Brave Girls are our Tiger Lilies group. And we're thrilled about the costuming that we're going to do. We're going to do it. Anyway, I'll tell you about that later, but it's really, really fun. And then, the Lost Boys and the Pirates, Lost Boys can be Lost Girls and Lost Boys, and then Pirates, same thing, right? But the Pirates and the Lost Boys kind of can't be on stage at the same time, right? They have to be either a pirate or a Lost Boy. So what we're looking at what we're open to is having some of the cast be Lost Boys and Pirates on one night, and then them switching to being Pirates on one night and then Lost Boys on another night. So we're just looking into that. We will let you know if that's happened. If you see a cast list that it says Pirates / Lost Boys, we'll tell you whether that happened or not. Brave Girls, you're probably going to be the ones that are continuous through all 8 shows. So that'll be fun. And then obviously we are looking to double cast all the other roles. And yeah, so let's see what the enrollment looks like, and what that all looks like. That'll come later. And then your shows will be assigned after cast list for just as a little reminder. Okay. All right. Let's talk about schedule for a minute. We have a Google Calendar that will be in our Audition Forum, and I also am going to post it right here. So I'm doing quite a few posts right after we're finished. And just a reminder, we are going to be at the theater from 4 to 6, and then we're going to be here at the Academy from 4:30 to 6:30, and then on Fridays again 4 to 6. We're going to do a rehearsal calendar that is specific that's specific to to what we're working on that day. So not everyone is going to be called every time. And so make sure to check your schedule and see if you're needed that day. Okay? So that'll be really good. But remember, it's the 4 to 6 on Mondays and Fridays. And then 4:30 is because the academy is being used all day for homeschool, and we need to clean it before you guys come. Then, just a reminder about pickup at the academy and drop off. Remember to do the serpentine thing that's in front of the academy. New students, I didn't mention this. What you do is you drive past the academy and you come around. And you drive all the way up to there's a yellow posted light. Drive all the way up to that. We will load, this is for pickup, we'll load the first 3 cars and then have you on your way and move the next 3 cars up. Please do not block the Beehive Cheese little driveway there, and we'll move everybody up and then load everybody in. If you have, if you've come into the academy and you're watching rehearsal or whatever, remember you can take your kids across and I will guide you across. So that we can keep everything pretty, really safe. The kids are going to come out because unless it's really cold, come out and look to see if you're there. But if you wave them across, I won't allow them to go across to you. So you're going to need to come walk over safely and pick them up and bring them out. Okay? So just be patient with everyone. We try really hard to get everybody out in 10 minutes. And we've been succeeding at that, and the kids are pretty good for watching their watching for their cars as well. So drop off. Why don't you guys need to do that drop off thing too? There just isn't the amount of parking that we would love, but mostly by about 4:30, it's good. But there you go. One change in the drop off is that we are going to have them sign in down in the lobby. They're going to sign an attendance sheet. So they're just going to check themselves off or do little initials. We'll tell you what it is before they even come up to Studio 6. So we do our rehearsing in Studio 6, and on the first day we'll have somebody standing there and kind of directing, especially for new students. But we're going to have you guys sign in downstairs in the lobby, and then come up and you leave your books and backpack and everything to the sides of the studio, and then come on in. Last time we had a lot of snacks. We didn't have just like one snack. We had lots of like picnicky snacks. So in fact, I don't think I ever packed my daughter Pippa a snack. She may have just eaten off of everybody else's because there was so much food. So let's kind of not do that this time. Do a snack before they get to rehearsal. We will have a snack break, but like a thing, okay? That'd be great. If you need them to have a full lunch or whatever, text the stage manager and say, I'm so sorry, my child needs a full lunch. So let her know, but like, come on, a goldfish pack or something. We have like maybe a 10-minute snack break, maybe, because we're really busy. So anyway. And then the thing about water bottles, I literally gave away so many water bottles, and some we had to throw away. So I need you to please, please, please mark your water bottle, even though your child will recognize it. So don't just say, well, my child recognizes their water bottle, so they'll just know. I need to know whose water bottle it is so that I can hand it to them as they're leaving without it. Or I can hand it to them on the next rehearsal. I promise it's more efficient. Mark your water bottles. That'd be great. Bring your water bottles every single time because we need it in that room. And then just as a reminder, our coming into spring, sometimes it's going to be cold in the academy. I mean, we're pretty okay with temperatures, but just layer up here. Sometimes it's quite cold and sometimes it's kind of warm, and we're doing a lot of movement. So like remember that you need to come in clothes that you can move in, and you could even leave coats in the car because we're probably at that stage. So, and full backpacks are fine, but that's just a lot of stuff in the academy. So maybe a smaller rehearsal bag, please. Your script, a pencil, and your water bottle, and a very small snack. That'd be great. Okay, so that was just a reminder. Okay. So those 3 days are rehearsals, and then anything outside of that will begin on our tech week. Your calendar is going to ask for you to let us know if you have a conflict on April 9th. And also the calendar is going to show to be determined or to be announced rehearsals during the spring break. So I think the 4th and 6th, those Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during spring break. We are taking spring break off technically, but if our full dance chorus is there, we might review dances during that time. So just let us know if you're going to be gone. If you're going to be gone, that's fine. You don't need to come. We're taking it off officially. But if we have Peter and Hook from both casts and we'd like to work with them, then we might do a rehearsal there. I'll still be in town and others will still be in town. So I want to make sure that you know that. It will not determine, like you being gone will not affect casting because we are technically taking that off. But if you're around, we could probably do some last minute really fun stuff. Okay? So, but the 9th is labeled as a Q to Q and a long rehearsal at the theater from 10 to 6. And it will be forever. Whoever we've got there, it'll be the first time we work with the set, and we're going to try to do some spacing and try to do some stuff. And then we'll also use that day for costume fittings and costume parade. So whoever is in town, we will use. Now, if the majority of you are gone, if it just happens that almost the full cast is gone, then we will not do that day. We'll use it as like a dry tech, and we'll do something on our production side. But if you're in town, then we're going to want to use you on the 9th. So, does that make sense, everybody? Please put it down in your conflicts so that we know how to calendar that day. Okay. All right, so let's get into the audition form. The audition form is going to be really important. So here's what's going to happen. After this meeting and you enroll and come join us, I'm going to send you an email. Now, this is not an automatic email. So when you enroll, you're going to get an automatic like, hi, welcome to the Zig, or whatever. This email is not automatic. I am checking periodically during the day, and most of the time I check in the evening, and I send everybody who's enrolled manually, each one, I send that out to you, okay? You don't need to text me and say, hey, I didn't get the email, because I just try to do it all at once. So I'm not getting enrollment during the day and then just having to send it all out. What would be great is if you can enroll before tomorrow, before I send it out. That'd be awesome, because then I can send the majority out right away. But I will get it to you, I promise. But it's just not an automatic thing, which some people think it is. So, and then they feel like they've missed something. So it's not. Okay, in this email, here's what's going to come in that email. The email will have your materials. It'll have a digital copy of the script, just so that you have it, just in case. Also, it will have the audition materials folder, so that you have it. We will add callback materials to that same folder, by the way. So that's a really important link that you would have. Also, we're going to attach music files to that. Make sure to look at your music and be learning your music at home. Families, if you don't have this all memorized, mom, if you don't have it all memorized, by the time the show is done, then you might be doing something wrong. So make sure to listen to these tracks over and over and over again. They're gloriously fun and they're great. So, but those music tracks are going to come in this email too. A link to that. Again, it's a Google Drive folder. You can download that onto any device, really. It's really great. They're going to be in MP3 form. So those are the tracks. We will also attach the minus tracks. That's without the voice for those of you who are new. So the minus tracks will also come for that, so that we're not having to send those out to individual characters. So you get both of them. You get the vocals and the minus, and you're able to go forward and, practice at home. Also, there will be the audition form. Now, there are 2 audition forms. One is the general audition form that we're going to go through right now. The other audition form is really your video upload form. There are 4 videos possible to, video spaces to upload. You can upload 2, right? 1 monologue, 1 song, which is Neverland, if that's what you choose, or you can do 4, 3 or 4, okay? So, and that's super simple. It's like your name first and last, and your email, and what show you're doing. You have to put that, okay? And then upload it and send it away. That sometimes, I can't remember if it comes with a confirmation email. If it doesn't, my advice to everyone is just send it and trust that it will open and everything's fine. Again, because we're auditioning so many shows right now, I just can't keep coming back and saying, yep, I got it. No, just trust it. Go send it. And I know text sucks, but send it and it'll be really wonderful. We'll have it. Now, if we don't get it and we're going through the list and we're like, okay, we've not seen anything from John, we will contact you and let you know and just say, hey, we don't have auditions from these people. And we'll probably post that on Facebook and say, hey, these people are missing auditions by the time it's due, like Tuesday sometime, just to make sure that you know. And if you thought you submitted it, then, it's fine. We just want to make sure that we see all the kids, which will be great. Okay. So that audition form is really important. Now, this audition form, the Peter Pan Kids audition form, is our general audition form. So let me really fast take you through it. I'm not going to be super long. One thing that's really important on this is your t-shirt size. We are going to give you a beautiful Peter Pan Junior t-shirt. We want you to wear it everywhere and advertise the show. So it'll be a lot of fun. There is a size chart. Please use that size chart. This is not, this size chart has come directly from the people who are making it, who are printing our t-shirts. So make sure to look at the size chart and measure your child, because, and then that menu is just a drop down and you just select the one that works for your kid. Okay. All right. So that's what that's for. In theater experience, you don't have to put a ton of stuff. Okay. If you have a resume, upload it. If not, just tell us what you've done and what you've been in and stuff. If you've been in nothing, say none first time. It's great. Okay. Let us know. We really want to know about your hobbies and tricks and fun stuff like that. We want to know if you're a lost boy, you can do a flip or something fun. Okay. Answer truthfully about whether you would like to sing a solo or have a speaking role. And then also we have a little thing that says, would you be willing to work with a vocal coach? Sometimes just that little bit of vocal coaching will really help. Our music director is going to do a lot of that. But that's just a quick question if you'd be willing. And then there's an agreement of, I'm going to participate in the show and enjoy myself, basically. So just look through that. Now we're down at conflicts. The Google Calendar for Peter Pan Kids is linked right in this form. Make sure to save that link and sync it with your calendar. If you don't know how to sync a Google Calendar with your Apple Calendar, Google it or look it up on YouTube. It's great. Google Calendar syncs with literally every platform that I've known about. If you have any problems, you can always ask on Facebook and some people would have some advice. But if you are a Google Calendar user, click that. It's what I'm giving you is a public URL, so literally anyone in the world could access it. Go down to the bottom right-hand corner, and there's a little plus sign, and that's how you add the Google Calendar to your Google app. Sometimes people miss the plus. It's just kind of weird. So anyway, do it on a computer. It's better, is what I've heard, than your phone. So try to do it on a computer to add it. Okay. The Google Calendar is really important because if you print it off at the beginning of the process, you won't have any of the details. And also if something changes, we do it immediately there. So if we've deleted a rehearsal, you actually get an email for that. Also, we're going to be adding things to it like specifics of what we're doing. So if we're only going to work with the Lost Boys and the Brave Girls, then that will be in the calendar description. Make sure to open the entire thing to the details. We had a lot of people kind of come for rehearsals they didn't need to be at because they didn't look at the details. It is not going to be in the title. It will be in the details, the extra information. Okay. Also, your rehearsals will be noted where they are, theater or academy. Okay. So make sure to look at the whole thing. Now, I will say our Facebook page, one of the things that the stage manager does, because sometimes you get going in a process and you need a little bit more time on one thing and need to rehearse it more. So, or maybe you get something done quicker than you thought. Either way, rehearsal calendars tend to change and shift as we go. Not a whole lot, because we don't want to call people that we didn't call before very last minute. We'll let you know. We try really hard. Like if the Lost Boys are not called at all, and that day we're like, I wonder if we should work with the Lost Boys. We just won't do that to you, okay? But we will post on like a Sunday night or a Monday. We're gonna post the exact thing that we're gonna be working on in the week, and we'll update the Google Calendar as well, okay? But people have asked this of me, what is the most current information? And the Facebook post from the stage manager is the most current information. Okay, so that's like the default, is the Facebook page. So, also there are dates there that say these are really important and you really can't miss those dates. So just so you know that, and then read the statements, and you just say yes to those, statements so that you've read them. Okay, parent volunteering. This has changed quite a bit. So if you're not new to this process and you've just been kind of listening to me, on things, clue back into this because this is new. Okay, parent volunteering. We have different committees. All right, we have a costume committee, a makeup and wig committee, a stage crew committee, a backstage crew committee, a strike committee, and a yearbook and cast party committee. Okay, each of those committees has a little blurb of what's required or could possibly be required there, but I'll give you a really great example. One is the makeup and wig committee. It says work with the makeup committee head. That will be Keely. Volunteers must be at one dress rehearsal and one performance. Tasks should include or could include things like applying specialty makeup, styling wigs and hair, teaching other parents how to apply stage makeup, and then obviously being present during a show. Okay, so these are really, really important committees, and we're going to be able to use them. Dylan Panter is going to be the one who's over the volunteer committees, and that'll be excellent. It's going to be really fun. You'll work with the head. You'll do. It'll be really fun. We have backstage. What we're going to do is have different stations. We will need someone from the makeup committee, one person at least from the makeup committee at every show, and then one person from the costume committee at every show. And your responsibilities will just be those things, right? For those of you who've done a show before, we've started doing a packet of responsibilities for each position, and we'll have that again. But the position will be like the costume person backstage is going to have these responsibilities, right? Okay, so we've decided to have 2 people upstairs, 2 people on the like doors, from the green room. 2 people helping, 2 parents helping with the stage crew. Stage crew is still possible with some of our older kids and stuff to put together. We're going to have a stage crew, but we just want the parents to also participate in that. And there will be 2 positions there. And then the makeup person and the costume person. So that's a total of 8 parents backstage for every show. Now, these committees, you're going to need to choose one of them that's required and an alternate. Okay, we will get information to you as soon as the casts are set and the performance dates are set, so you know when your child is performing. We will give you the option to sign up in the slots available. Okay, so that way we hope to spread this small amount of work around to a lot of people and really make everyone feel that really amazing feeling of volunteerism. and that you're part of the success of your child's show. And also, it'll be like, you'll know at the beginning of February what shows you're signed up for and what dress rehearsal day you're going to come to. So that'll be really great for everyone who's trying to calendar. I will just make a quick little comment about the strike committee. Strike committee is great. Basically, you're going to come at the final performance, at the curtain of the final performance, and be part of strike. There's a lot of different roles for strike, and one of the things we found with especially this age group, we want them to get their things, participate in a little bit of cleanup, but then we will dismiss them. We'll do our cast cheer, and then once they're dismissed, they can go. But then at that point, we need some adults, and your kids can stay, obviously. We need some adults to be helping, and it could include grabbing a bag and taking clothes home to wash, or vacuuming up, or just clearing through things. We work really quickly on a strike, I feel, and also we're going to have our set guy is going to be taking out the Peter Pan set and bringing in another. So that's really, really helpful. Now, the other part about the strike committee that I will say is that we've also included one of the requirements for strike committee is that you are available in a follow-up day like that next week that we call the strike committee in, so that we can, and it's not everyone, just a couple, like, again, we'll do this with slots, right? We'll have you sign up, but will be an after production day, and that helps us to be able to put the whole show together and package it and store it. So you'll be part of that, okay? So that's what that responsibility is being present at strike and helpful, and then also at a separate day post-production. Okay. Yearbook and cast party is going to be really fun. We are going to have a cast party, and our directors and production people, we'd love to walk into the party and enjoy the kids and not be a part of the planning of the party. So other than just like, when can it be and where can we do it, so definitely yearbook. Yearbook's going to be fun because we're going to be doing a souvenir program again, but really the collecting and the taking of photos and group photos and all sorts of things, really we just need to outsource this to wonderful parents. So parents, you can join this yearbook. That's what you're doing. You're creating the souvenir program, and it's going to be taking pictures during rehearsals and other things, and then uploading those so that we can use them in the souvenir program. And so anyway, that is there for you. Again, all of these responsibilities, they're going to be divvied up between the people who signed it up for these committees. So we will manage, we really are cognizant of your time. Everyone is busy, and if you run a busy family, we do not want to waste your time. So we want you to be able to do something that's inside your wheelhouse and not outside your comfort zone, and instead something that's super helpful, and we want everyone to be able to participate. So thank you again for signing up. Okay, and then the last thing is for our show poster, you'll need to have a really nice picture of your child ready for the show poster. So you need a picture of your child in order to submit this audition form. Make sure it's good quality as far as pixels and everything, so that you can put that in, and it'll be a good one. And recent. I saw a lot of not recent photos, which I am totally guilty of for our daughters. Okay, and then the bio for the program is 300 characters, and just discuss the writing prompt is why I love theater. So that'll be fun. Okay, if you have any questions about, oh, by the way, the show code for $2 off is already in this form, so make sure to write it down. It's Tinkerbell. Okay? All right, so just go through. This is a really great form. As far as forms go, it's pretty straightforward because I hate forms, and there we go. So make sure, in order to complete your audition, you have two forms to put in. One is this general audition form, and then the second one is that video upload form, which is obviously very integral to your audition because you are uploading the videos of your audition. Okay, let's see. last thing, let me just make sure. Okay, let me just really fast talk about dance auditions. Dance auditions are on Saturday from 2 to 4 here at the Academy. I've already had quite a few people say that they might need to miss that. Cassidy is working on a digital way for us to be able to audition your child if you need to miss that. Try so hard to come to that. Obviously, if you're sick, and again, we're going to talk about COVID in just one sec, but try really hard to get there. Cassidy is a new choreographer to the Zig, and she would really like to know what your kid's skill level is, and because it really helps her to be able to choreograph to that level and get a sense in the room. So try to make it. It is very important. Also, we're choosing a pretty good. We're choosing a dance chorus, so it'll be about 8 girls, and it's going to be really important for the show. So if you can make it, please make it, so that she can have a really good sense of what she can do with this cast. Okay, it's going to be a lot of fun, and you'll learn it, and we'll record it, and then we're done. If we get done early, we'll let you know by posting on Facebook that we're going to be done early, but someone will be here until 4. I might not be present that day. Keely and I, my final grandparent passed away, so I'm excited to go to her funeral, and there's going to be a lot of my extended family there, and so I really want Keely to be there, and so we're going to make it to my grandma's funeral on that day. But I might just pop in at the end because it is in the morning, so hopefully, but I just wanted to leave that day open. But Dylan's going to be there, and Cassidy, and I think a couple others, so we're really excited for that. Okay, remember, vocal auditions and monologues are due in that video form on Monday night. Get it before midnight, and then we'll have a callback list soon after. In getting going later in this month, just know that you'll be charged. That first charge in your tuition will come out right before cast list is posted. It usually comes out before the callback list goes up, so really it'll be that next week. So that first payment will go out, and then, so that's your January payment, and then February will be pretty soon after, and then March and April there isn't a payment for April, right? So it's just 3 payments. If you have any questions about payment or need to talk to anyone, Jen Hall's information she's our theater operations manager, and her information is going to be on our productions team Google Drive document. So that will also be linked in your email that you're going to get upon enrollment. Okay, so contact her if there's any issue about payment, if you need to spread it out a little bit more or whatever. But there are not 4 payments because we got going in January, and we aren't performing till April. Okay, all right, I think, oh, you guys, I'm starting to breathe better. Thank you so much. I think that's it. We are trying to do a little bit more on YouTube. We're also considering putting some dance videos on YouTube. It's just if you guys have Chromecast and other things, it sometimes is better, I feel, for casting that it's on YouTube. And we'll still share them in the same way. For those of you who don't know, our groups go private soon after. So this is a public Facebook group that you're watching this video on. Make sure to save this link for the Facebook group page. We do a lot on Facebook. It is, like I said in the new students video, and I will reiterate, we do the majority of our communicating here. Also, for everyone, just a quick reminder, you need to make sure to opt into texting. So make sure when you're signing up, you're opting into texting, again, for emergency purposes, and not, we don't spam your phone with texts and things. So I think that's it. So we have a lot of really fun stuff going forward that maybe we haven't covered. Sorry, one last thing. This is about costuming, but not really. So we have, for this show, we are going to use jazz shoes. It might be that the Brave Girls need nude jazz shoes. And we're just going to let you know really soon. So it might be nude, but pretty much everyone can get by with black. And characters like Hook and some others might have some specialty shoes. Stephanie's going to be really great about getting that information to you ASAP. So I think that's pretty much it. We will do another video about costumes as we get a little bit closer, because we will do a costume fitting, and make sure you are aware that you need underclothing for your costumes, and we'll go over that. But our costume fittings are going to be vital, so make time for that when the signups start to roll in. They'll be probably outside of our regular rehearsal time. Okay? All right, so hopefully you're excited, and you're as excited as we are. We are so excited to do this show. And we are going to do a separate video, just so you guys may have recognized. We have a different show time. Let me address this. I'm so sorry. Again, keep wanting to finish, and then I can't. Okay. This show is going to have our minis performance, and we believe that it will be in as the first part of each show. If not, it'll be 3 of them, if not 4. Okay, meaning for each cast. So the minis are going to perform 6 times out of the 8 tentatively, and then we'll see. This means we wanted to separate them just a little bit more in time-wise, because obviously with that Descendants and sold out crowds and things, that was a really tough situation. So what we did was minis are going to be performing at 7 o'clock, and the Peter Pan will be at 8 o'clock. You'll be able to purchase a ticket that involves both of those shows, so there's just like kind of a larger break after, and it'll be really exciting to be able to see both of the shows. Or if you're just going to go to minis and not stay, we're able to then sell tickets for the Peter Pan show that starts at 8. So it'll be a 7 o'clock time for the minis and an 8 o'clock time for the rest. This means that for those of you who know what our show weeks are and our call times, this means that your call time, to be on time to your call time, is vital. But it also means that coming really a lot earlier than that is going to mean that they just sit around and do nothing for so long. So we are going to be very specific about what time they need to come. And then we have the stage. So basically, we are going to call this group. We're going to call you guys at 6 if you have a microphone. And then we will be able to work until 6:40, until the house is closed to us and it opens to the patrons. And then the minis go at 7. It also means that if you have a sibling in the minis, you'll be able to go and watch, and we'll try to save seats for you, and we'll talk through that later. But I just wanted to let you know that we had streamlined that process. So pay attention going forward. I'll probably just do another video as we solidify that, now that we are getting to know what our numbers are and things. So that we can make that a really great experience for everybody, and so that we can have minis people just stay for minis, and or choose to also stay for the kids show, and we can have siblings watch their minis. So that is a little bit of a new thing. That's why the show times are 8 o'clock, and call times are going to be a little bit later as well for the ensemble. So yeah, okay. I really am finished. Thank you so much again for watching to the end. Again, hopefully you did it at speed so you could take out all the ums. We are so excited and humbled to have your trust in bringing your kids over. Stay home if you're sick is my advice, and that's all the advice. If you have a question about whether we're masking, we are not masking or requiring masking. If you would like to mask, that is obviously your choice. But we're not requiring that this time. So thank you so much, everybody. We love you. And even those who are new, again, thank you and thanks for choosing us. So send this around to your friends if they're wanting to still sign up. There's time for that and there's space for that. So we appreciate you so much and have a really great evening. Thanks. Bye-bye.